Hi again, everyone. My name's Emily Teacher, and today we're reading Diamonds. A diamond is the hardest substance found on Earth. It can be scratched only by another diamond and is impervious to even the strongest acids. A diamond is so dense that the light passing through it slows to one-third its normal speed. So, we're going to talk about diamonds today. You've probably seen one, at least in a picture or on TV, but let's learn more about these really amazing rocks. A diamond is a mineral form of carbon. For carbon to crystallize into a diamond, extreme heat and great pressure are required. Diamonds are likely formed in molten rock deep in the earth and then forced upward. In its natural state, a diamond can have one of several appearances, including that of a lusterless opaque gray or black stone, or even a nondescript bit of glass. So, for a diamond to form, right? It comes from carbon, and there has to be extreme heat and great pressure in order to make it into what we know as a diamond. And it can look in many different appearances depending on the pressure, right? And on the heat that was applied to it underground. So some of them can even be this like kind of flat gray color, or even black, or just look like a piece of glass. What transforms a diamond from its natural state into the scintillating gem in the jeweler's display case? It depends largely on the diamond's cutter's skill in cutting, sawing, and polishing. In the past, after scrutinizing the diamond from every angle, the cutter would cleave it with a single blow aimed at a precise spot, a nerve wracking experience because the stone could shatter if struck at the wrong angle. Today, most diamonds are cut with saws that are actually thin metal discs. Polishing, the final step in diamond cutting, requires a revolving iron wheel to create facets, the flat surfaces that reflect the light, making the diamond sparkle. Though diamond cutting may reduce the size of the original stone by as much as 50%, the end result is a brilliant diamond with special allure and value. So a lot goes into making a diamond look the way that we have seen diamonds, right? They need to cut it first, which now is done with metal discs. But a long time ago, before that, they had to do it by hand, which is very dangerous because it could shatter and you'd lose the diamond. But now we have many tools to be able to help us with this. And after the diamond is cut, then it is polished. Um, so usually they are cutting off little pieces of the edge to make those flat surfaces that makes it look so sparkly. Valued since antiquity, diamonds originally were thought to come only from India, but in the 1700s they were discovered in Brazil. In the 1800s, South Africa became a major source. Now, diamonds can be found in other parts of Africa, Australia, and the United States as well. The heaviest rough or uncut diamond on record was discovered in South Africa in 1905, weighing 3,106 carats, or slightly over 1 1/3 pounds. It was cut the old fashioned way. Its owner must have reposed great trust in the cutter, who reportedly fainted and had to be lifted off the floor after successfully completing the operation. Ultimately, this stone, the cullinan, was cut into 9 large and 96 smaller gems. These largest the largest of these, the Star of Africa, weighing 530.2 carats, was presented by the South African government of Transvaal to the King of Great Britain. It is the second largest cut diamond in the world and is kept under tight security in the Tower of London, where it forms part of the British crown jewels. So, the largest diamond ever found was so big and it was cut by hand. So, the person who gave it to the jeweler or the cutter had a lot of trust in that cutter, right? Because remember, if you did it just the wrong way, the diamond could shatter and you could lose it. It was made the cutter so nervous that after they did it successfully, because of the stress, they passed out. They totally fainted. And the largest of these is the Star of Africa that was cut from this giant diamond. And it was given to the King of Great Britain as a gift from the South African government. And now it is part of the British crown jewels in the Tower of London. It's a very protected piece of jewelry. There was great excitement in the diamond world when the 890 carat rough diamond was found in South Africa in the early 1980s. Its owners hoped to cut it into a finished gem of at least 531 carats, making it larger than the Star of Africa. To help determine its final shape, diamond cutters made several plastic facsimiles cut in various ways. As the cutters proceeded, they realized the truth of the gem cutter's old saying: the diamond, not the diamond cutter, tells the saw where to cut. For the owners found themselves in a quandary. Either their diamond could be the largest in the world but not be perfect, or it could be perfect but not the largest in the world. It finally became the world's largest diamond at over 545 carats. It has been appraised at between $4 and $12 million. So in South Africa, there was another giant diamond found, and they were trying to decide how to cut it, but ultimately, a rock is a rock. And a diamond or a rock decides where you cut it, right? It will break in certain places if that's where it is the weakest and feels like to break. But they ended up not with a perfect diamond, but with the largest diamond, worth quite a lot of money. Beginning in the 1890s, attempts had been made to create synthetic diamonds. The problem at the time was that real diamonds are formed far below the Earth's surface. There was no way to duplicate those conditions in the laboratory. Then, in the 1950s, scientists succeeded in producing pressures of 1.5 million pounds per square inch, and as a result, they were able to transmute graphite, composed of carbon, into industrial quality diamonds. These are good for cutting other diamonds and are useful in various kinds of drills. Today, even greater pressure produces artificial diamonds of gem, like quality with weights up to 1 carat. One such imitation diamond is made from the mineral zircon, which when exposed to high temperatures loses its color and takes on great brilliance. So, a long, long time ago, they tried to create fake diamonds, synthetic diamonds that look the same as regular diamonds, and are made the same, but not underground, right? So, finally, in the 1950s, they could make enough pressure in the lab to make good quality diamonds used for cutting or drilling. And today, they can use even more pressure to make lab made diamonds that look just the same as regular diamonds. A first quality diamond can cost as much as $50,000 a carat, but size is only part of the story. A diamond's value depends on what jewelers call the 4 C's: cut, clarity, carats, and color. White diamonds are highly regarded, whereas stones with a yellow or brown tinge are not. Green and blue diamonds are very rare, and the extremely rare pink diamond sells for as much as $1 million a carat. Unfortunately for the average buyer, diamonds are a poor investment. Like automobiles, diamonds depreciate substantially in value as soon as they are purchased. So diamonds are very expensive, but once you buy them, you can't sell them for nearly as much. They depreciate in value. So maybe 1 or 2 small diamonds in your life would be great, but probably we won't go looking for any pink diamonds anytime soon. Thank you for reading with me today. We have links that are related to each article, and if you want the link for this one here, you can find it down in the description below.